Growing vegetables at home has never been so easy and necessary. With the growing search for healthier and more sustainable eating, urban gardens have become an irresistible trend. After all, who wouldn't like to harvest fresh herbs to season their food or always have cherry tomatoes on hand? What's more, space is no longer a problem. Thanks to the concept of vertical gardening, any corner can be transformed into a small green oasis. Having a garden in small spaces goes beyond aesthetics. It saves money and health on your plate. With smart cultivation, it is possible to reduce expenses at the market and still guarantee food free of pesticides. Not to mention the beauty of a functional garden inside the home, bringing a touch of green architecture to the environment. With simple techniques and good planning, anyone can have a sustainable garden, even in apartments. Vertical gardening not only optimizes space, but also makes it easier to manage plants. Irrigation becomes more efficient, pest control is simpler, and harvesting is within reach. With so many advantages, it's clear that this is a perfect solution for those who want to invest in a vegetable garden in small spaces. But after all, how do you set up a compact garden that really works? Not everyone has a spacious backyard to grow vegetables, but that doesn't mean gardening has to be left out of your routine. A vertical garden is the perfect solution for those who want to grow smart crops in small areas. Whether on balconies, hallways, or even inside the house, this type of garden allows you to take advantage of every available inch. It's incredible how a simple wall or an unused wall can be transformed into a productive space full of life. In addition to optimizing space, a vegetable garden for apartments brings another great benefit: fewer problems with pests and diseases. With the plants suspended and well organized, the risk of infestation decreases, making care much simpler. And anyone who has tried to bend down to take care of a traditional flower bed knows that gardening can be a real physical exercise. With a vertical garden, maintenance becomes more ergonomic and practical, not to mention that irrigation is more efficient, reducing water waste. Another strong point is sustainability. Many vertical garden systems use recyclable materials, such as pallets and PET bottles, making the practice even more ecological. In addition, there are ways to reuse irrigation water, reducing the environmental impact. In other words, in addition to always having fresh vegetables on hand, it is also possible to contribute to a greener lifestyle. But to ensure that the garden works well, it is essential to choose the right model for each space. When it comes to creating a garden in small spaces, there is no single magic formula. Each environment requires a different type of structure. Those looking for a decorative touch can opt for vertical panels or trellises, which add extra charm to the balcony or outdoor area. These options allow the cultivation of herbs, foliage, and even small vegetables, creating a functional landscaping that combines beauty and practicality. And the best part, in addition to optimizing space, they also make the environment much more cozy. For those who have a vegetable garden in apartments, hanging pots and shelves are a practical and versatile alternative. They work well on sunny balconies, as well as in well-lit kitchens, ensuring quick access to herbs and vegetables on a daily basis. Another economical and sustainable idea is a vegetable garden made from pallets or PET bottles, perfect for those who want to reuse materials and create a sustainable garden in an affordable and personalized way. Now, if the idea is to invest in technology, vertical hydroponics is a modern and highly efficient option. This system allows for intelligent cultivation without the need for soil, using a nutrient solution for plant growth. This makes it possible to produce more vegetables in less space and with reduced water consumption. But regardless of the structure chosen, the key to success is choosing the right plants. Not all vegetables adapt well to a vertical garden, but there are several perfect options for this type of cultivation. Aromatic herbs such as basil, parsley, mint, rosemary, and coriander are great choices because they grow well in small containers and require little maintenance. Plus, there's nothing better than having fresh herbs at your fingertips, ready to add a special touch to your recipes. Not to mention that these little plants also make the environment smell better. Leafy vegetables, such as lettuce, arugula, spinach, and kale, also do very well when grown in small spaces. They grow quickly, can be harvested several times, and are an excellent option for those looking for a healthier diet. For optimal growth, all you need is a good substrate and adequate lighting. And the best part? Since the leaves are harvested little by little, the garden remains productive for a long time. Compact growing vegetables such as strawberries, cherry tomatoes, peppers, and chili peppers are perfect for those who want a functional and lively garden. They adapt well to hanging pots and trellises, creating an incredible look while providing fresh food. Even some root vegetables, such as radishes and carrots, can be grown vertically. Just use deeper containers. But for these plants to grow healthily, it is essential to set up the garden structure correctly. The first step to a productive vertical garden is choosing the right location. Plants need light to grow well, so it's essential to find a space that receives at least 4 to 6 hours of sunlight per day. For those who live in apartments, balconies and well-lit windows are great options. If natural light is limited, grow lights can be an efficient solution. After all, smart cultivation starts with ensuring the best conditions for plants to develop. Once you've decided on the location, it's time to choose the ideal support. Fixed structures, such as panels and trellises, are great for a permanent compact garden, while mobile supports, such as shelves and hanging pots, allow you to rearrange the garden as needed. Regardless of the choice, it's important to ensure that the system is safe and stable to avoid accidents. And of course, a sustainable garden can be set up with recycled materials, such as pallets and PET bottles. The next step is to prepare the ideal soil. The substrate should be light, but rich in nutrients to ensure healthy growth. A good mix includes topsoil, organic compost, and coconut fiber to ensure good drainage. And speaking of water, irrigation needs to be efficient. Don't overwater or leave the soil dry for too long. Drip irrigation systems are an excellent option for maintaining just the right amount of moisture. But for the vegetable garden to remain healthy in the long term, some extra care is essential. Keeping a healthy, sustainable garden doesn't have to be complicated, and the best strategy for avoiding pests and diseases is prevention. A valuable tip is to bet on natural solutions, such as garlic broth or neem oil, which help to keep insects away without harming the plants. In addition, the simple habit of checking the leaves regularly can prevent problems before they become major challenges. After all, no one wants to lose their vegetables to a surprise infestation, right? Another fundamental technique for smart farming is crop rotation. Alternating the vegetables grown in each space prevents the soil from becoming overloaded and prevents the appearance of specific pests and diseases. For example, after harvesting lettuce, which consumes a lot of nutrients, you can plant aromatic herbs, which have lighter demands. This simple practice helps to keep a functional garden always productive and balanced. And speaking of productivity, pruning and harvesting at the right time encourages new growth. Herbs such as basil and parsley become more robust when harvested regularly, while leafy plants can be removed gradually, prolonging production. A little daily care ensures that the garden continues to provide fresh vegetables for much longer. And now that everything is well taken care of, it's time to encourage more people to try this incredible technique. Now that it's clear how it's possible to grow more vegetables in less space, there's no reason not to start your own vertical garden. With a little planning and the right techniques, any corner can be transformed into a functional and productive garden. In addition to guaranteeing fresh food, this practice brings savings, beauty, and a touch of green architecture to any environment. And best of all, anyone can do it, even without experience. Whether in a small apartment or a house with a small backyard, smart cultivation allows everyone to enjoy the benefits of having a vegetable garden at home. Over time, the practice becomes a pleasurable and even therapeutic habit, in addition to encouraging a more sustainable lifestyle. There's nothing like the satisfaction of harvesting your own vegetables and knowing exactly where the food on your plate comes from. And if it's worked for so many people, why not try it too? So, if this content was useful to you, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. That way, you won't miss any new tips on functional landscaping, urban gardening, and sustainable design. With